At its most fundamental level, the physical universe is a domain of mathematical manifolds, smooth, continuous shapes where forces flow without interruption or end. Classical physics dictates that every event is a predetermined reaction to an initial condition. In this clockwork reality, the future is already written in the position and momentum of every atom. James Clerk Maxwell expanded this certainty to the invisible world of electromagnetism. His equations describe waves that propagate with total indifference to goals, purpose, or the capacity for choice. Within the strict boundaries of pure physics, there is only the remorseless progression of cause and effect. There is no room for an alternative path. Life exists in direct opposition to this indifference through homeostasis. Homeostasis is the active drive of a biological system to maintain a specific, purposeful internal state, regardless of external chaos. Survival depends on branching Boolean logic, where values are reduced to true or false to navigate a binary fork. This threshold logic dictates that if a plant detects sunlight, it turns its leaves. If an animal senses cold, it shivers. This creates a profound tension. Every living thing is constructed entirely from the same mindless, deterministic atoms that govern the stars. Agency requires a bridge, a physical mechanism capable of translating the continuous, inevitable flow of physics into a discrete, branching decision. To find that bridge, we have to look past the macro scale of the body and zoom down to the boundary layer of a single cell membrane. This voltage-gated ion channel acts as a biological gatekeeper. Its folded, three-dimensional geometry creates a physical obstruction that resists the continuous pressure of electrical ions. The protein's exterior acts as a sensor, passively measuring voltage, holding back the physical flow until a condition is met. This molecular architecture creates a mechanical bottleneck, transforming a steady physical push into a high-stakes standoff. At this scale, the protein operates like a transistor in a computer. It is a biological switch waiting for a binary command. If the physical voltage crosses a specific threshold, the electrical pressure becomes too great for the protein to maintain its shape. The structure contorts, the gate snaps open, and the pent-up ions rush through in a sudden pulse of energy. This is symmetry breaking. Symmetry breaking is a physical process where a uniform, balanced state is forced to collapse into a specific lopsided outcome, the exact moment physics becomes a digital signal. But if the voltage never hits that mark, the gate remains shut. Physical flow is denied. Through this single molecular event, the mindless pressure of the universe is digitized. It is no longer just a force. It is a signal. This is the foundational spark of agency. It is the moment the laws of physics are converted into a piece of biological information. A cell wall contains thousands of switches, networking to fire a single neuron. This relies on black boxing, hiding internal complexity so the organism uses the switch without managing individual atoms. These networked gates form the nervous system, scaling simple pulses into complex physiological responses. By combining billions of these digital events, the brain moves beyond simple reactions. It begins to create internal representations of the world, building the foundations for memory and learning. Biology effectively corrals the laws of physics, forcing them to run through a gauntlet of networked switches that serve the survival needs of the organism. This leads to the highest emergent form of biological logic, deductive causation. Deductive causation is the ability to use abstract reasoning to predict future outcomes and choose a path before the physical world forces our hand. Because we simulate if and then in our minds, we design solutions that never existed. We calculate the lift of a wing or the strength of a beam, using our logic to dictate the future shape of physical matter. We have even extended this internal architecture outward, constructing massive silicon networks that perfectly mirror the logic of our own cells. We are not just passengers swept along by predetermined laws. Because of the microscopic architecture of a single protein, life has successfully harnessed the raw mechanics of the universe to forge intention, agency, and the true power of choice.